Hey everybody, it's Brine Leigh with BT Leigh Sauces and Rubs, and today we're going to discuss how to dry brine your bird for Thanksgiving. I prefer using a dry brine to a wet brine or an injection method. I believe it's a lot less messy, there's a lot less ingredients, and there's a lot less cleanup involved. My dry brine is 4 parts salt, 1 part sugar, 1 part baking powder that'll help desiccate the skin a little bit and pull out some moisture, and 1 part of our Somethin To Cluck About citrus herb blend. All we do is we give that a good whisk together. It'll turn into this wonderful homogenized mixture, and then we start dusting the bird. What I like to do for this is I usually use one hand that is wet or contaminated and one hand that is not. So being as I am right-handed, we will use our left hand for the turkey. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our dry brine and go right into it. I'm going to press into that skin. I'm just going to get this all over the bird in every nook and cranny. Pick her up. She doesn't mind at this point. Get this in all of the little nooks and crannies. We want complete coverage, and be sure to do the cavity as well. I'm doing this on a baking sheet so it catches the brine, the seasoning. That way I can just rub the bottom of this bird in that seasoning and don't necessarily have to do a complete brining on it. So at this point, I'm going to take the bird, flip it upside down, and we're going to just start dusting in just like this. You see how the bottom is already kind of covered because I'm on this baking sheet. And you know, I'm using a lot of brine here, but after 24 hours in the chill chest, it's going to completely soak in and desiccate that skin. A lot of moisture is going to come off this bird, and you'll see what I mean tomorrow when we talk about baking it. So now that the turkey is completely brined and it's got a nice bath on it, we're going to take it and move it directly to our baking sheet. At this point, I'm going to deglove because I know my baking pan is clean, and we're going to throw it in the refrigerator. I'll see you tomorrow when we cook this thing up. Cheers. So here it is, day 2. We have taken the turkey out of the refrigerator let it set up for about an hour to come to a room temperature. This is what the bird looks like after dry brining overnight. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take the bird and we're going to remove this and put it in the sink. And then we're going to take the giblets and the neck, and we are going to completely drain all of the liquid out of this roasting pan. I quartered up some onions and some lemons and some garlic. And we're throwing these right down in the bottom of the roasting pan. And heads of garlic. So that should provide the aromatics for when we bake our turkey. So I place this back on, make sure to jiggle it around to get a good seating on there. I'm going to pull this over so I can work across my sink. That's one of the ways that I like to do it. I just like to pull things and push things directly into the sink. We're going to keep this bird moist by throwing a lemon, some garlic cloves, and an onion in there. And we're just going to truss this sucker up. Oh man, gloves. Gloves are difficult sometimes. Necessary but difficult. So we want to pull these legs together so we get a more even cook, and so it does not burn. A nice package. Okay, that should be good enough. So the last thing that we do is we put a little bit of water in the bottom of this pan. That'll create a steamy atmosphere for the turkey. Now that we've got the bird all trussed up and the aromatics set in place, we're going to put some temperature probes in here. I like to take the meatiest portion of the thigh and insert it in there. You want to not hit bone, you want to go into meat. Because we're going to cook this thing to its 165 degrees. We're going to cook by temperature, not by time, but it's going to take approximately 3.5 hours at 325 to get this bird done. So I'm going to throw this thing in the oven, and I'll see you in about 3 hours. So it's been about 3 hours, and our bird has hit 165 internal temperature in the thigh, and we're going to pull it out. I'm going to show you what it looks like. The smells in this house have just been out of this world good. Oh, phew. Watch out for that steam. Let me remove the probes, and we'll bring the bird over. So as you can see, we've got a nice crispy skin going on here. The smell is absolutely herby and fantastic, and we've got a significant amount of liquid in the bottom that I'm going to turn into gravy. So let me know what you've done with your bird, but this is the way we do it in the BT Lee's household. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.